All right, so let's take a look. Board games have the advantage of increasing social interaction. I agree with that. So,
Agree.
like I told to my kids, please exercise your well-developed of not overthinking for playing games, and develop one of the example of social skills, teamwork, and relationship building abilities. So board games also do not require internet connection, so they can be played anytime and anywhere, even in remote areas.
Even electricity.
Yes, this one is my method to like not too much for my kids for playing with the internet. Besides having orange cat,
Yeah.
and also and
the Oyen.
the Oyen one, and also playing the board games.
Well, I hope your orange cat does not get its hands on the Monopoly board, but you know what?
So I have the question. So how long will board games last amid the trends of online games? What do you think? Will
Well,
it
you know what?
still
I
exist?
I think forever, and it depends on the parents.
Yeah.
I really do believe it depends on the parents.
Yeah. And of course, like our title for this hour, I think this is really important for us, the future of board games in online games era. Oh my God, thank you for the producer for raising this issue. So let's find out the answer with Arcanum Hobbies founder. We have our own Galih Aristo. Hi, good evening.
Hi, Galih.
Thank you very much for your time and bringing all this childhood memories.
I love it. If
Yes.
there's anything I love, it's food. And there is
Super food games. I don't know. I haven't played that kind of game.
Okay.
It's a local game.
So we have to really proud and support the locals board game, yeah?
Yep.
All right. Who's going to ask first?
You.
Okay.
We're like pointing each
So
other's fingers.
this is a kind of serious issue. With the rise of online games, Galih, can we still find people who are interested in playing board games? What do you think?
Of course, I think it have a good synergy because the new board game is using the digital game version into converting into the board games, and also the digital games we can see it on the Steam, on the computer. If we can find the digital version of the old classic board games.
Right. So it's
So
really
it's a
help
good
to
synergy.
like reintroduce again the not the traditional, but like the former
The classic game.
classic games, right?
Yeah.
So it's like actually not killing each other, but actually supporting each other, yeah?
It's synergy. Have a good synergy.
Right, the
Yes.
collaboration is synergy.
So how actually has the rise of online games affected the popularity of traditional board games? Here in Indonesia, at least.
Okay, basically board game has lots of the benefit, especially for Indonesian people, because we love to interact with people,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. We like to meet up and gathering, and that's what I think the online games doesn't really good at it, because we sometimes online game we never met the person,
Yeah.
right? So it's like board game is helping the community to grow because everybody's interested to meet up and play and face our enemy with one table, right?
Yeah, right.
And the satisfying part is when you see the expression of your enemy is losing. It's irreplaceable.
Yeah, irrepressible. Yeah,
Yes.
for that, yeah.
And Accurate here is very competitive. You know of all his facial expressions when he's winning.
Right. I will raise one of my eyebrow. Right. So back to my golden time of my childhood era. You know, I was playing one of board games for knowing more about the geography for Indonesia. For example, like playing some cards with Lake Toba and then Lake Tomini for the time. So talking about, sorry, excuse me, the trend of a board game in Indonesia. So what is the trend in this year? I mean, is it going back to 90s or 80s, or you
Has
found?
the pandemic changed anything, you know?
Of course, one thing that we feel the pandemic is shutting us down, supposedly, but it not happen like that because people got stuck in the home, and then they got bored, maybe just playing the digital, and sometimes and all the young parents need to interact with their children.
Yeah.
You somehow you cannot do that with gadget. So they buy a lot of board games, to play with their kids. That's what happened after the pandemic. Then and after the pandemic, people start to reunite again, all the communities and playing again in our
Through the board game.
games.
yeah?
Yes.
It is a very important tool. I mean, I remember one of the reasons I learned German so fast when I was little was because of Monopoly.
Ah, so you
Yeah.
played Monopoly in German?
I did. When I was 5 years old, can you imagine? I was 5 years old and there were these bigger sisters trying to explain to me the game and making me speak German, like in German. So it's very, very important. It's kind of a priceless,
Memory.
not just a memory, but priceless communication, interaction that comes on with,
Yes.
with board games. So in terms of the evolution of board games, because we know the classic ones, like we have the Monopoly, we have the, what was it called? Ludo?
Ludo.
Ludo, right?
Indonesian have the quartet.
The Halma.
Yes, Halma.
Halma, and it's like we have a lot of these classic ones, but how has the digital age challenged the evolution of board games in terms of designs and how they design the game even further?
Yes, the modern board games is really advanced in all the art, the mechanic parts. So we have so many different mechanic right now, not just like Monopoly is one of the classic, but right now it's very, very advanced. Every box have a different mechanic, have a different theme, have a different goals. So there are so many genre, like the social game, a party game, and some of that is more serious gaming. So you need like 3 or 4 hours for playing just one game
Yeah.
to finish it.
Like Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes, it's a
How do you even play
role-playing
Dungeons
game.
and Dragons?
It's a role-playing game, yeah, role-playing game.
Right. So, I'm holding a kind of trading cards.
Yes.
And according to our earlier conversation, it's a part of a kind of board games actually. So
Yes.
please enlighten us again. According to you, what kind of like how many different of board games in terms of category? Maybe you can
Yes.
tell us to the audience according
So-
to your version.
Okay, so board games generally is called the tabletop games.
Tabletop games.
So
right?
it's lots of the variation. So it's including the board games, the role-playing games like D&D, also the trading card games like Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and also there's miniature games like Warhammer. It's wargaming, miniature wargaming.
I just
But in
reminded me.
terms of a board game,
Still
yeah?
under the tabletop games.
Tabletop games.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried Battleship?
Yeah, I have
That's
one. I have
fun.
one. I have
That's a
one.
classic one.
Yes.
Yes.
Very classic.
Yeah.
I bought it when I was in
You were
UK.
in
I brought it here, and my son loved it.
We shall.
Yeah. yeah.
The hardcore player is more into the wargaming because you have to paint it, the miniatures, and then you play it after that.
Oh.
So you assemble it, you paint it, and you play it. So it's a lot of tears to play.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah,
yes.
war games are quite something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, we have we this year we created this one. Actually, this is not a game, but it's accessories for the card games.
Accessories for a card.
Yes, so it's
Tell us more about it.
Mythic Essential. So we have the idea to bring up the mythological creatures from the local mythology. So the first two is the Garuda and the Barong.
Barong, this one, yeah?
Yes, this is our local mythology. So we plan to release it on the January. So this is basically it's a card
So
sleeve.
it
that
hasn't been
support it.
released. It hasn't been released.
Yes. So this is the prototype.
Prototype. So you're so
Yes.
lucky, Kai.
Yeah.
For holding this upcoming in January
Is
2024.
this is going to be like an adventure game, right? It's going to be like an adventure card game,
Yeah.
or is this going to be like monster versus monster, or because there are different kind of card games because we have like
Yes.
magic cards which are a little bit different from the Pokemon cards because
Yes.
Pokemon cards are more like battle style.
Yes. Basically, this is the accessories for all the card games. So you can put the sleeve for the Pokemon, for the magic cards.
Oh, so basically this is an accessory, but this is
accessories.
a magic card, right?
Yes,
This is a
that's the magic card.
Classic magic card. I never really
Yes.
understood the magic cards because I was so drawn to the Pokemon. Sorry, a lot of my friends played them. But so this is a magic card. So basically, so this is like the local.
the local sleeve for the card. But yes, we are gonna make the game too with the theme of the local mythology.
I would
Coming
love
soon,
to
coming
hear
soon.
about that. I mean, with the kind of adventures that you could probably imagine. Because what I love about these kind of games is like, it really does train your imagination, right?
Yes, yes.
And something about imagination in adults is lacking somewhat. You know what I
Right.
mean?
So let's talk about more to Arcanum Hobbies. So what are the most popular board games in Arcanum Hobbies? Your
Okay.
communities.
Okay, right now is most of the commodities in Arcanum Hobbies play lots of TCG.
What is that?
TCG player, like Pokemon,
Ah,
like
okay.
Magic, yes.
Table.
The most active is the Magic card, and also,
Still?
yes, still.
After so long, still?
Because they collaborate, right now Magic collaborate with the big IP. Like this year, they collaborate with the Lord of the Rings.
Ah,
Yes.
you are collaborating with.
No, the Magic.
No,
Oh, the Magic
The
card.
Magic, yes.
Magic card.
And
Magic
then
is an
they,
internationally, there is an
Yes.
international tournament when it comes to Magic
Ah.
cards. Same like.
So we can
Pokemon
bring
cards.
this a mythic essential barang for
Yeah.
yes,
joining the.
yes, to play with the Magic, to play the Pokemon.
So
So you sleeve.
Can,
with it.
it says that we can say that it's exchanged the character of a mythical from each other country.
Oh, the Mythic is only for the sleeve.
For the
so,
sleeve.
So yes,
Ah, okay.
you can use it for the Magic too.
So
Yes.
they have yet to create their own game, card
Mm-hmm.
game, which we're very looking forward to with the Indonesian
Mythological creature.
mythological creatures.
Yes,
So,
because it's very potential. I mean, we bring lots of the local game too. So Indonesian have a good and potential game designers.
Yeah.
Also the illustration and everything. So we have the sample right over there. Maybe we can see it later.
we will.
Yes. So we promoting all the local designers too, and we sell it on the Arcanum Hobbies too. So right now it's very growing, rapidly growing. The traffic for the local game, not just the imported one. So,
Interesting. Yeah, great to hear that. I mean,
Yes.
and when we talk about maybe with the keyword of mystical or mythical, maybe it's kind more
Fantasy.
interesting. Yeah, fantasy.
Yes.
Fantasy.
Yep.
I love that. Very, very interesting. So just to give you Magic cards have existed since the early 2000s.
Yeah.
okay? So this is a very long-standing.
Because I didn't play kind of
legendary-
this.
You
Yeah,
should
yeah.
play it,
So,
you should play it.
you should try it. Don't get addicted and don't spend too much money on these cards anymore. You have kids
All right.
now, okay?
Also, it's have the one thing about the Magic is have a very good investment because
You can resell.
one of the card like for instance the Lord of the Ring one,
Yeah.
you can last time it's like one card, the one ring, you have only one in the world.
Oh.
Yes, it's almost I think 1 billion something.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's
Just
a
for one card.
commodity.
Just for one
Just
card.
like
Commodity.
that very special.
It started with the hobbies
Charizard.
and it's ended with some amount of money
Yes,
because there's a huge community in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
and only one
collector's item.
collector.
Collector's item.
Yes.
Please live with that. Thanks. So will board games continue to cross over into other formats?
Yes.
What's the future trend? Maybe such as movies and video games?
Yes, because like the one that I told you, right now we can see it, all the successful board games,
Yeah.
it made digital version. And also the other way around, the successful games like the Fallout, maybe like Dungeons and Dragons, and also have the digital version, and also have the board game version.
Yeah.
I often accept more ad for the Monopoly digital version.
You
Yes.
speak too much of Monopoly
Yes,
in front of
because
your phone.
yeah, I know that's one of my favorite, the only one.
Yeah, it is a great game. No matter-
All the famous movies, they have the Monopoly version.
Ah,
Yeah, that's also true.
Yes, like Mario Bros, like
Oh,
Lord
yeah,
of the Rings, Harry
Even-
Potter.
even Barbie.
Yes.
But like there's also been a lot of games that have been turned to movies, like Battleship,
Battleship.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
and I think other ones as well. Transformers.
Dungeons and Dragons, the list.
Yeah, that's right. Dungeons and Dragons. That was a lot of fun. So, so because technology is continuously improving, do you believe that board games will always survive in the future?
Yes, I believe because every if you want to know the how big is the power of the board game, you should go to the Essen Spiel. It's a big event in Germany every October. So it's like.
So you've been there last month?
Not yet, but I hear and I follow them a lot, and a lot of my friend is going there, and they have like 10 big room, like the football field. It's all board games.
Wow.
So it's an international board game expo
Events,
slash
yes.
competition as well?
Yes, basically some of the local board games, our designers already go there and present their game, and in exchange to find a good publisher and go worldwide.
Oh, that's
Interesting.
amazing.
Yes,
We
it's
should
a
cover
business
more
to
on that.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. A story worth raising.
Yes, so Galih Aristo is still with us, and City Stories will continue after the break. And after the break, of course, we will try to play some board games. Interesting, so please stay with us. Try to play this.